and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. Basically today I am going to be doing a nursery tour of my 5-month-old little boy's nursery. It's not completely finished, I will admit. I have been very rubbish about getting it done, but it is kind of getting there, and I'm quite pleased with a few little bits that I have done to it so far. So I thought I would do one because otherwise I'm just never going to do it, because I'm just going to be ongoing changing his room all the time, because I always did that with Jake's until it turned into like a toddler room. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this nursery tour. Okay, so first of all, this is what Albi's room looks like when you first walk in. So the first thing you see in his room is this chest of drawers. Now, I kind of want to change these at some point, but they're like kind of okay for now. They keep all those onesies and everything like that in, and they're just a good kind of foot end for the cot at the moment. So the room doesn't look kind of too cluttered. And then I just got like a selection of little teddies that people have bought for us and things just here on the top. So inside the first drawer, I have one of these little sectioners from IKEA. This is in like a baby blue colour, which obviously is super appropriate. Here I have all of his kind of like muslins and really light blankets. We've got the hats in there. These are like miscellaneous items, so I think that's his sling, that's his swimming costume. We have bibs here. More bibs here, mittens and socks, and obviously odd socks because, yeah, odd socks because they all go missing. In the next drawer down we have onesies and vests. Obviously there's a few gaps of what's in the washing or what he's wearing. But yeah, I kind of like to fold like this. I think it's a good way of doing it actually. I think there's a proper name for it, but I don't know what it is. But it's really good. I just think it's so much easier, especially if Matt is kind of like getting the, if Matt's changing him, because he doesn't do that very often, but if Matt is changing him, then this is really good, because Matt tends to just like pull everything out and disrupt the whole drawer, and it looks like chaos. So it's good for him. And then in this drawer, this one doesn't actually look as neat. This is just a bit of cardboard, just until I can go back to IKEA, because there's quite a few bits I want from IKEA. We've got leggings and trousers, and then just like miscellaneous outfits, so like tops and dungarees and all that kind of thing in there. That isn't my favourite drawer at the moment, and that's something I really do want to kind of sort out. Then moving on, so the next thing we come across is his cot. So it's just a pretty standard cot. This was Jake's cot as well. The bedding I am not the biggest fan of at the moment. It was just something that I bought before obviously we had Albi, because we didn't know what sex he was. So although I'm not a massive person for like kind of, you know, doing the typical pink or blue, I kind of do like to do the blue. So I do want to change this bedding. It's just why we've got this blanket on for now, because it just ties the bed in a little bit better. Because otherwise I feel like, especially with these kind of white walls, it just washes the whole cot out and makes it look very like, can you see like from this angle here, it just makes it look like there's nothing there, but there's like decoration on the wall. So yeah, so this was from Toys R Us, and it's lasted both children, and I feel like if we had any more, I think it would definitely last another child at least. But yeah, so this is quite cute though, this bedding. It's got little elephants on, and that was from IKEA as well. So yes, oh gosh, I'm falling over. So that's his bed. I also want to put a skirt on, because there's not a lot of storage in our house. We don't have an attic or anything, or like a shed or anything like that. So things do get stored under beds in this house, which I really hate, because I think it looks so messy. So I would love to have either a cot skirt on here, kind of maybe matching his blind or something. Or I would quite like underbed storage where I can keep all this kind of stuff without it looking cluttered. These are just like clothes he's grown out of already, the changing bag I used when he's first born, but we've kind of grown out of that. The storage facility, the box for his in his bath, for his bath seat. So yeah, I think it's things I need. It's not really things I could like get rid of. So then wall decoration, we have this really pretty little kind of name bunting, I think it was called, and I picked the letters and painted them, and then that is just literally a piece of string threaded through the letters, and obviously it says Albi. And then this above is, I'll try and get you a better shot, is 2 clouds, and it is like a moving mobile. So if I were to open that window and there was a bit of a breeze, they would kind of like sway in the motion of the wind, which is really cute. And it's high enough above his bed that he, no matter how big he gets, he isn't going to be able to get hold of them. But it's also lovely for him to kind of sit up and look at, and he can see his name and the clouds. And they were from IKEA, and this was from eBay. I just ordered the letters, and I think that was really cheap as well, because they were only like a couple of £1 per letter, and obviously with him only having 4 letters in his name, it wasn't a lot at all. I don't have anything here, and I feel like I really could do with something here, maybe like some wall decals or something. I'm not really sure yet. It's definitely a work in progress, this nursery, so bear with. We also have this blind in his room, which I don't think you can see very well, but that is like stars, and it's obviously blue. It's a blackout blind, so it goes completely dark in here for him, which I found has been absolutely brilliant for both of my children. We have his baby monitor here, and this is also doubles up as like a night light and a music box, because it plays music and obviously shows light. I don't even know what I'm on about. I have these little 3 elephants, which were his great grandma's. She gave them to him, and these are actually going to go on the wall, but I haven't got the right screws, and trying to get a day off with Matt is absolute nightmare at the minute, so they're just on here for now. I've also got a little diffuser, because I feel like having a fresh smell in the nursery is really nice. We've also got another shelf to go up, which is a slightly smaller one, and he's got a couple of books on there. They're just like kind of like baby books. They're nothing too dramatic, because obviously he's still quite young, but never too young to start reading too. We've got one up already, but as you can see, what we did was the screws weren't the right screws, so it's not really on as good as it should be. But this is just a little blue elephant, and this is what Jake made for Albi. I think that was before he was born, he made that. And we've got obviously the holes ready for the shelves to go up, so you can probably tell that the smaller one is going to go there, and then that larger one there is going to go here. Then in this corner I have got my nursing chair, which I am in love with. I really love this. And obviously the stool. I don't really use the stool much, but if you've seen any of my vlogs, Jake tends to sit on that whilst I read a story, so it has come in use. It makes Jake feel a lot more involved and stuff, and it's a really good way of putting them to bed at the moment. And then I've got this, which is, oh, this was second hand. I got this off eBay, and it wasn't a lot of money at all. Can't remember exactly how much it was, but I remember it not being much at all. It definitely wasn't as much as it should have been. I've also got, Jake, can you go downstairs please? I also have this. I mean, that tag is kind of like annoying me right now. Right there. I also have this, which is a little star kind of like rug. I know I have carpets, I don't really need a rug, but that is so soft, and it's nice for just to lie him on for tummy time, because it's really soft and really nice, and it also gives him a chance to kind of like wear himself out a little bit before he goes to bed, which is really good. Then on this wall we have 3 little picture frames, which in each picture frame I need to print the photos off for these, so I'll probably do that soon actually. I'm going to put one of me and Matt, one of me and the boys, and then one of Albi on his own. So yeah, he'll have like 3 little pictures, which I think it'll be really cute. And the idea I have done here, so that wall there has got the 3 pictures, and it's going to have the little frames, the little shelves, which are those shelves there, and they're going to go there and there. So that's going to be like his little reading corner, reading area. So I'm going to swap out the chair and the stool when he's older for this in that corner, and then I'm going to put loads of cushions around it and maybe some fairy lights and just have it like a little nice reading area, a bit like Jake's. And then here eventually will be his wardrobe over here in this corner. So I haven't actually put anything, although it looks a tiny bit bare, I haven't put anything in this corner yet, because the idea is that when he obviously outgrows his kind of nursery, he's going to get a big boy room, and I don't want to have to change too much for that. So moving on over into this corner, we have this hanging from the ceiling, which was from IKEA. This is like an alternative for a mobile. Jake was never really interested in a mobile, so I got this instead, and it's kind of like, it's not musical, but you can twizz it around and it'll twizz around whilst I'm changing him after a bath. He absolutely loves looking up at this, and it's really cute and really goes with the theme of his room. Then this I thought was such a cute little invention. I'm sorry, but he's actually wearing the cardigan that was on here today, so that's why there's like a blank hanger. But normally there will be 4 pieces of clothing on this. But yeah, this is such a cute idea. I think I saw it on Pinterest, and it was just an alternative to a massive wardrobe, because he doesn't actually have that many coats. If you're the kind of person that obviously has lots and lots of clothes for your babies, then you're going to want a wardrobe, but he just really doesn't need it. I feel like I've been quite minimalistic with him, so this is a perfect alternative. And just having that and the mobile with the dresser there was just absolutely perfect. Then I got this, which was from B&M, which if you're not watching this from the UK, I don't know if it's in other countries, but B&M is like kind of like a bargain store, and it was only £5, well £4.99 it was, which I thought was really good, like a really good price. So there was nothing wrong with the old changing mat, but it was green, so it didn't really suit the theme. So for £4.99 I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get it. It's got little clouds on, which obviously matches kind of like the clouds up there, the clouds here. So we have like kind of this like nighttime theme going on with the stars and the clouds and things. Then we have got his changing table. I don't really have much in here, I just have a few bits. There's like a few gifts people have bought, some towels, blankets, cardigans and things like that, just things that don't really have a place as such, like there's not enough of them to have a specific area to go. Then down here, excuse this, we have moved that many times. This was Jake's old changing table, and I think we're kind of getting to the end of its life. But in here I picked these up from Morrison's, and these were actually really good. I think for all of them it was £30, which I didn't mind spending because they're really good quality and they looked really nice and really neat and tidy, and it just made such a difference to the whole room just by having these boxes in here, because before I didn't have anything like this and it was just kind of everywhere, and it just looked really messy all the time. So I'll just show you what's in them. So in this one we have got just some spare tubs for things like dummies, you know, pacifiers, and cotton wool. We don't actually use dummies. I mean, we've got one and he doesn't really use them, so the containers are kind of what's left over from when we had Jake, because they're like them sterilising containers. In the back there we have some baby bath, some baby oil, what else do we have, Vaseline, baby shampoo, Infocare, which is what I put in the bath, cotton buds, which I don't really use, you know, all the unnecessary baby items that you just like to keep anyway. That's what's in that box. Then this is really boring, but we've got nappies, and then more nappies in there. They are literally just all nappies. I feel like you can never have too many nappies though, and I hate the bags. I hate them in the bags, so I'd rather just have them in these tubs, and they look so much neater, so much tidier, and they're easy to get to as well. And then in this one we bought some baby bottles, but we've never actually used them because I've been breastfeeding well, I'm still breastfeeding, but I express a little bit now, but I only need the one bottle. I don't need loads of different bottles. We've also got a baby face cloth in there, which I think was a gift as well, and some baby wipes. And yeah, that's it for the changing table. And that is it for Albi's room. So